Prime Minister Mark Carney has assembled the team he wants to execute his plans for the country. The cabinet has been revamped to tackle threats to Canada's economy and sovereignty and to chart a path for this new Liberal minority government. The new cabinet has 28 ministers and 10 secretaries of state. It's a big shakeup with many new faces. That includes 24 Liberal MPs who have never served in cabinet, as well as 13 political rookies. Several veterans are returning, some with new roles in key portfolios, including trade, industry, finance, foreign affairs, and defense. Carney says the cabinet's first meeting is planned for tomorrow.
Our government will deliver its mandate for change with urgency and determination. We're going to deliver that mandate with a new team, purpose-built for this hinge moment in Canada's history.
The CBC's Ashley Burke has been part of our coverage team today for the swearing-in ceremony at Rideau Hall. She joins me live. So, Ashley, Prime Minister Mark Carney spoke to reporters a short time ago, and he says he wants this to feel different from cabinets under Justin Trudeau. Did he accomplish that?
I mean, that's what he says he wants. He announced an overhaul of his cabinet today to try and differentiate himself from the Trudeau government as he faces criticism, including from the Conservative leader today, not long ago, saying that there are many of the same people that were part of Trudeau's team that are still on that front bench of his, and naming them one by one. Carney said that he put in a lot of new faces here. We saw about half of the people in this cabinet are people who have not served on Mr. Carney's cabinet before. There are also a lot of people that he got rid of, including the Defense Minister, Bill Blair, who is no longer in cabinet, one of 11 ministers who were dropped. There are also some new MPs who've never served before that are going to be on that team. And he's added 28 cabinet ministers, and then as well a second tier of more junior ministers. So those are the secretaries of state, and there are 10 of them that he's added to his team. There's gender parity around his core cabinet, and as well he's selected people from regions across the country. Take a listen to how he described his cabinet today.
We want a cabinet that reflects Canada in all its diversity and grandeur and experience. I don't want a cabinet that just looks like me. That's not a cabinet that supports. That's not a cabinet that you can delegate authorities to. We Canadians elected us with a mandate for change. So there is a great deal of change in this cabinet by necessity. That's what Canadians voted for.
Now, some of those faces that you saw around Mr. Carney that have been dealing with the Canada-U.S. file will be staying in place. The Finance Minister, François-Philippe Champagne, will retain that role. Dominic LeBlanc is keeping international trade, but it will be focused on the Canada-U.S. relationship as well as his intergovernmental affairs position. And Anita Ahn will be taking over as Foreign Affairs Minister. Melanie Joly moving to the industry file. So there are some movements along with cabinet, but a lot of those key faces you're seeing work on what Mr. Carney calls one of his top priorities, the Canada-U.S. relationship. They will remain in cabinet.
And Ashley, Mark Carney spoke to the media, as I mentioned a short time ago. What stood out to you from his comments?
Well, what stood out to me was that he talked again about how he needs to work with other parties to get things done. He's a couple seats short of a majority government. He said that Canadians sent him a message that they want him to focus on things like the cost of living to try and get that down. So today he talked about a tax cut that he promised during the election for the middle class, and when he's hoping to roll that out. Take a listen.
We can act most quickly, most immediately with the middle class tax cut, which is, as I said in my remarks, we will act by Canada Day. Parliament has to approve it. We'll have to find 2 extra votes in order to get that. But we clearly campaigned on that, and we'll put that forth.
So that's one of the things that he says is a priority. He's also talked about getting rid of trade barriers so that Canada's less reliant on the U.S. He also has a deadline of Canada Day for that, and said that more of his government's priorities will be laid out in the speech from the throne that will be delivered by the King. So we'll be hearing some of those other details about what they're expecting to accomplish then. He has set the expectation high for himself, but the bar is also set high for his ministers. He talked about how efficient he wants his government to run, that he wants his team to act quickly, but deliberately. So we're going to be watching in the coming days and weeks what exactly he's able to move forward with at that timeline and that pace that he set for himself.
Yes, he said everyone is expected to be empowered to show leadership. To expand further on what you said, Ashley, thank you. The CBC's Ashley Burke live at Rideau Hall in Ottawa.